I think it was really it was more like the doing lots of things, and the idea that one comes up is quite a scary thing, but knowing that some of them are going to come up is fine. Yeah, it's that's the danger of that certain sort of kind of monomaniacal focus that I've learned I've supposed to how I was supposed to approach the world. And actually, like, again, the gardening metaphor is so good because it's like, yeah, well, most of the bulbs come up brilliant, and some of them will be a bit small, and some of them come up early, and some of them come up late, and that's fine, because there are lots of them. That's actually part of it.
Then there's the bulbs like we had in one of the houses we owned. My wife planted one year, and she decided not to plant more bulbs in that area, but the flowers kept coming up every year all by themselves without us doing anything. We didn't water them. And they just the tulips just came up every year. Yeah. So talk to me more about the control, not being in control. We've kind of talked about the outcomes. Okay, Chris, hit it.
No, I was going to say, you sure you want to bring up the C word with 15 minutes left?
The C word.
Where do we
we've
begin?
been dancing around it for a while. We've kind of people have talked about it a little bit, how, you know, in being more aware, allowing things to being more in control so that we can actually be a little bit less in control.
There's a big thing for me around like allowing us to know the limits of a thing actually allows us to do more of it and get better at it. So we can exert more agency, more control if we allow ourselves to be limited in our control. Allow that that's a possibility, allow that that's a thing, and allow us to be aware that that's a thing. Because a lot of this feels like absolute control. We don't have absolute control. We can't have it. It's an illusion that to try and create that. There's no evidence for it anyway, put it that way. And there's plenty of counter evidence. But we do clearly have some influence. We can choose a lot of the direction. I think I've yet to find a more appropriately and colloquially British metaphor, but surfing is often the one that's given. I really need maybe gardening is actually just a better metaphor, more British than surfing. It's so outside of most people's experience when hear. But that level of okay, I don't have full control, but I do have significant influence. And that being true over the self as well.
Sorry, Matthew, I was just going to really step in and agree there because I feel like I've been on a journey where, like, if I think about like before things changed for me, I would have thought, oh, I'm in control of, I should be in control of things. I'm in control of things. And then I think what happened for me is that the pendulum swung a little bit too far the other way, and I was like, oh yeah, I have no agency. I'm just at the mercy and the whims of the universe because felt very kind of battered about. So I guess I can share with you my metaphor for that as well if you want. I've got loads of them. But for a long time, so I felt like if you think about like a river, like for a while, I felt like I was like a piece of flotsam jetsam bit of wood being thrown along by the river, just in no control of anything. And it's like, well, no, I'm not the river. Like I'm not in charge of everything, but I'm not a little bit of wood just being battered a lot, without any say. I'm kind of, I'm the captain of my ship, and I can sort of choose to sail with the tide, against the tide. I don't know what the weather's going to be like, but I think sometimes, maybe this isn't a common problem, I don't know, but sometimes it's almost like it's easy to swing too far the other way and be like, oh, I have no control, oh, the universe is just out there. And it's, especially something like COVID, for example. So how can we find the right balance? And I think it's exactly what you said. And again, back to gardening, it would be like, well, I can look really carefully at how am I nourishing the soil? How am I kind of feeding myself and my soul and everything about me? What are the seeds that I'm planting? What kind of, are they good quality? Are they what I really want to grow? And then, there's loads of things outside that I can't do, and that's okay. But I agree, that's focusing my efforts on where I really can have an influence is the key.